GSL Code S. All right, let's intro these players in the upper right. He played really well, but he was just wasn't good enough. I don't know what else to say. One of the best Zergs in the world. He is MVP DongRaeGu. And in the bottom left, I have to say, to be completely frank, out of everybody I've seen play, I guess along with Symbol this season, the best play I've seen so far. He is Ryung.
It's a new, different thing to see, basically, along with Symbol, where, like, all right, Symbol and DRG are very similar in skill, but what we're watching from DRG is what we've been watching from DRG, just getting better and better. Whereas Symbol, there's like a slightly different flow. With Ryung, there's a different flow that we're seeing where he's actually, when he's expanding away, he's making planetaries at the right places. He's moving his army around so much that you can't catch him off guard.
It looks like Flash in StarCraft 1.
A little bit. It's starting to. It's just like this. It's like an enlightened player. Ryung is like scouting extremely well, countering everything, like macroing insanely. He's adding like 5 starports because he's like, well, I just need Vikings out quickly. What's important isn't to, you know, hit my spending quotas exactly, not overproduce these buildings. It's more important to get the units out. Or, I mean, this is just a small example of the differences that we're seeing. There's, it's so awesome to watch.
Yeah, it really is. Well, you know, it's so cool that we're getting to the point in time where we're having. I mean, obviously we had it with MVP and Nestia initially, but now we're having a bunch of players like this that are playing this well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's awesome to see, man.
All right, 2 barracks here from Ryung. And I'm a little bit scared for DRG, considering that Ryung played that well on a map that is like that big. Mm-hmm. And one of the hardest burdens for Terrans is to try to expand to far out locations, because just the way the race operates, that's not easy to do. Unlike Protoss and Zerg, it's a little bit harder for the Terran.
Yeah, I mean, planetary is what you've got, but that's another reason.
That's why they get the planetary. That's why Blizzard like puts that in there. It's like, well, you know, when Terran expands far out, they need something here to defend.
Yeah. You know, they don't have photon cannons or spine crawlers or anything that doesn't cost supply other than
or the warp ability or creep that speeds up their units to get over there.
And you know what? That's another reason why the Broodlords just turned out to not be what did it, because like to commit Broodlords to killing a planetary like on the edge of the map, I mean that gives Terran so much time to run around. He can kill 2 of your bases in that time easily. Whereas on this map, though, I mean this is one he could go for Broodlords on if he wanted, but
for Broodlords,
yeah, Broodlords. But I mean, maybe against Ryung you have to use that other style. I'm not completely sure, but that's what it's kind of feeling like to me. Because I mean, you need great mobility on your creep. You need to be everywhere. But the thing is, when he was going for the ultras, they were not doing anything. He was unable to get anything done. So he switched into those Broodlords, saying, "Well, this is not going to work."
I feel like we should have seen a Nidus Worm or a drop or something to the main.
I almost brought that up in the game, but it was like too exciting and stuff, too much stuff happening. But yeah, that when it gets that big, that's the time that you actually start making Nidus Worms, you know? And like, don't even make just one. At that point, you need that much money. Just make 2 and pop them both up at the same time. Yeah. You're going to actually, you know, it's going to be so hard to actually stop because Terran's kind of everywhere as well. But yeah, you're right, Tasis. That's one of the only times that I'll actually be like, I think he should have used Nidus Worms.
The Young's lucky I'm not in that booth.
Yeah. You would have definitely killed him, Tasis.
I definitely would have. DRG now taking this 3rd base. This game actually starting up looking just like the first game, but by the time we get to the mid game and the late game, it will look very different because this game it cannot possibly look like the other game. On the architecture, the map is different. It's smaller. There's much less expansions.
Well, it's going to be 3 command center, Reactor Hellion against 3 base Zerg. I'm sure he'll get up to 6 queens again. And we're going to see, of course, double eBay. In fact, he just started it. I mean, this is the current level of crazy greed that we're seeing in this matchup, because Zerg is like, well, I can basically do all this without taking any damage. So, but to do that, they can't have any offensive capabilities. So Terran doing this in response. And of course, that can lead to sticky situations where it looks like the Zerg's doing that, but they throw down a Roach Horn or something. Or it may look like the Terran's doing that, but they're trying to hit up some sort of timing. But in this case, both players are so completely comfortable in the late game that they're just doing it.
Well, this is going to be tough for for DRG to overcome. 10-1 if Ryung wins his first game. Meanwhile, Nesty is backstage, sitting on the throne that he bought off Sky Mall, waiting to play this match.
Oh, he's not. He's in his floating castle over the ocean, getting ready to be put into the meteorite that's going to go in the giant golden catapult to send him here.
Okay. The golden catapult?
Yeah, man. And in fact, he's the only person strong enough to load that catapult.
Oh, my God.
So he has to load it and climb up into it.
He has to go there and he has to get his boot knife out and cut that string.
That's right.
Yeah.
All right, so plenty of queens out here, even adding a spine. Good idea. Queens don't actually deal damage too quickly. Spine really helps out with that.
Well, the spine's a nice deterrent. All right, well, he's pushing out here with a bunch of creep.
You know what the spine is like in this situation? It's like a fire extinguisher.
It is?
Yeah. It's like a deterrent, as you said, you know, a deterrent
I was thinking
fire.
like a metal
Hellions
detector. Ah. Artosis. All right, we're going home now. Stop the cast. Well, unfortunately for Ryung, he hasn't done a superb job of denying creep. It's pretty much just getting out there anyways. The armory's on the way too for him to get 1-1. And yeah, I mean,
Ryung is taking his third base really quickly here. A lot of Lings on the way again for DRG. This is all basically exactly the same as last game.
Spine crawler on the way.
And yeah, this is so close to exactly the same.
Yeah. But unfortunately, there's a lot of downtime right now. We don't really have much to say here, guys. We could see that the Marines have been moving around the map, doing a pretty good job. You know, just kind of keeping the Zerg honest here with how much they can push out.
Ooh, DRG taking a fourth base real quickly.
That's surprising.
That's cool.
And that's also very un-DRG-esque.
But, you know, Ryung is being so greedy that, hey, why not? Now, here we go. These Lings are going to have to surround. And, ooh, nice micro there by Ryung, getting into a great position. But Lings,
he needs to get him into that corner. Oh, nice. Total
That's
surround.
That's what he wanted, and he has dealt with it beautifully. So his fourth base is safe.
Oh! They got sucked up in there.
Yep. That's what it sounds like.
That's what it sounds like when
well,
you
that's
load
what it sounds
Medevac.
like when it loads into an Overlord for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Medevac, not as much.
You get my drift.
Yeah.
My drift. All right.
What would you rather ride in? A Warp Prism, a Medevac dropship, or an Overlord?
Well, obviously a Medevac dropship.
You wouldn't like to be turned into data and ride in a Warp Prism?
No, I think it'd be scary. I'd be worried that I'd come back out and my data wouldn't quite be correct. I'd come out like with blue eyes or something instead of my lovely hazel eyes.
I don't know if that would happen. Let's say that wouldn't happen. Which would be your favorite? Would you still like the Medevac?
Well, the thing is, if you travel as data, I mean, can you even feel anything?
Well, maybe that's a good thing. Traveling can be very...
actually, yeah, traveling's annoying.
Oh.
Next time I have an economy flight, I want to travel as data. Trust me, I don't want to be there. I don't want to be conscious or alive experiencing that. And an Overlord, just no. I would need a bath afterwards.
Well, I don't know. I think that would be pretty fun. It'd be like a slip and slide
It'd be a good story. Well, DRG's once again pushed his creep out pretty well. 170 to 146.
Yep.
That's supply.
Yeah, DRG doing a good job. He's getting his infestation pit out. Muta's not really able to do too much right now. They're mostly for picking off medevacs and stuff like that.
Don't forget, in game number 1, it pretty much looked like DRG had it won.
Whoa!
Oh, I don't know about this at all.
Yeah, I don't either. He has a lot of units, and in fact will take out quite a few siege tanks, but he's not going to have a whole lot left here. When the
I don't know
are
if
gone,
that was
the
actually worth it. Yeah, the Marines are just going to win that. There's one more Baneling there. Now there's no more Banelings. More Lings are coming in over here.
Oh, he's going to get a lot of medevacs, though. He's getting a lot of medevacs up top. We do see those Zerglings doing a good job, but, I mean, wow, DRG. That was actually a very surprising attack that did that much.
Well, I didn't think it was going to do anywhere near that much damage. We're both on the same page.
He got every medevac during that, which is, I mean, yeah, he killed a lot of Marines down bottom, but having 0 medevacs at this point, DRG's in a great spot. I mean, how are you, without medevacs, your army is not nearly as strong.
So Ryung taking a heavy hit there.
Yeah, he certainly did. And, I mean, look at the creep. The creep spread's really good. He's got almost half the map done.
He might actually be able to take Ryung out with this next set of Banelings. There's 32 on the way.
You know what? With how many Siege Inks does he have? He has 2 out. He does have 2 more on the way. So DRG has to be careful not to overcommit after doing so well there. But that's like, All right, we do have Hive on the way as well. And I like that he's getting Hive. I wish he had started like a little bit earlier because he killed the medevac, so getting Vikings would have been harder if it was a little bit quicker. But here we go.
Here we go. Artosis. Banelings coming in here now. Is this going to be a killing blow here? That is a lot of Banelings. There's no planetary downwards, so not much to defend. Can he close that depot? No, he cannot.
And, well, he got quite a few more than I thought he would there. Only a few Marines left over. And once again
with the medevacs. Whoa, we finished each other's sentences at the exact same time. That was really cool. Okay, I think actually there's no way to stop this. I think it's actually snowballing right now. Ryung is like so behind on tanks and medevacs, and DRG is just making Banelings over and over again. He actually lifted that orbital.
And, I mean, there's so many Lings on the way. A ridiculous amount of creep tumors are out on the map. The Hive is about to finish. Like, he can just keep doing this, and he's going to be able to win because there's no way Ryung is going to stop any Hive tech that's going to be coming out.
All right, once again, round number 3, setting the Banelings, and it does look like we are going to go on to the next game here, trying to get these SCVs. Oh, man, so much damage being dealt over here. Ryung is just being dominated.
Yes, he certainly is. And look at these Banelings going after the SCVs now.
Oh, my God. And that's even more. Wow.
Well, DRG is up by like 100 supplies, making an Ultralisk Cavern. There's just no way for Ryung to actually do anything here.
Yeah.
Man. DRG just turning on the pressure. He got the economy he wanted and just caught Ryung when Ryung was just a little bit too stretched thin.
There it is. GG. These nerds are serious, man.
Yeah, they are. They're not screwing around. Well,
all right.
1-1. I mean,
is that Powerade or is that a mana potion? Because it looks like DRG's got some magic today.
Wow.
Wow. All right. We actually suck today, Artosis. I'm sorry,
we're
guys.
Awesome.
Oh, you're right.
What?
It's been.
Have some self-esteem,
Have some self-respect, Tasteless.
Jeez.
I love how the entire time it looks like, as we cast, Ryung just looks like he needs to take a nap or something.
Yeah, he always looks sleepy.
All right.
He's like the Koala Terran or something.
Oh, Koala Terran, I like that.
He eats.
You know, koalas like don't drink water. They get all their water from leaves.
Yeah, eucalyptus leaves, which are actually supposed to be poisons for humans.
Yeah. Wouldn't it be cute to have a pet koala or a pet Ryung, for that matter?
Until I accidentally mistake his leaves for salad, and then eat them and die. And then there's no leaves left, so the koala has to eat my body. And then he's a meat-eating koala.
Did you know that if, like crazy cat ladies, like people that got like...
yeah, they get eaten.
When they die, the cats eat them, man.
Yeah, it's really sad.
Make no mistake.
Yeah. Cat's just waiting for you to go.
Yeah,
Not my kitty, though. If I thought that was my kitty, I'd have all her teeth removed.
So that when you die, your corpse can rot in peace in your computer room?
Yeah.
Artosis' cat never learned to stop suckling.
Yeah.
So whenever I go to his house and sleep on his couch, I wake up and his cat's like, I'm like breastfeeding a cat in my sleep. I wake up, I'm like, oh, God.
She's giving you kisses, all right? Don't you make fun of my lovely cat that loves you so much that she gives you kisses all night?
For hours and hours, yeah.
And she eventually stops. Eventually she has to sleep.
Me and that cat had a wild night, Artosis. Now, I didn't see what that sign said, but it is very packed in here.
Yeah.
Very, very packed in here. And no surprise, really, because it's so... we have so many good players.
Well, these people showed up on the right day, Tastes, because it is crazy. We've already been here over an hour, and only 2 games have been done.
We're taking taxis home tonight, Artosis. The subway's going to close.
That's true. Completely true. All right, man. Antigua Shipyard is the last map. Can DRG do it again, or will Ryung? claim victory.
I actually just don't know.
Well, you know that type of Ling, Baneling, Muta attack? This is the map we see it the most on, so
well,
Ryung has to be careful.
yeah, Zerg hates late game on this, but you know, DRG is the guy who's good at killing off Terrans before it gets to the late game. So let's see. Both players are proving their might. Now we're going to see who can prove it on game number 3, Antigua Shipyard. Player 1, DRG. Player 2, Ryung. Tasteless with the Azartosis, and this is the GSL Code S.